Hello, we have created some social media content for our brokers to be able to utilize on all the various social media platforms. We know that as a realtor, you are limited in the amount of time you have to market yourself, specifically on social media. We all know we should be doing more on social media, be more consistent, and create really great content to appease our followers and also attract new followers. But of course, that just takes a ton of time and a ton of graphic design skills and content curation, and it's just a lot of work. And if you're busy right now, then you probably don't have time to do a lot of this. So we wanted to do some of the legwork for you. And I'm going to show you exactly how to utilize these templates. We've actually created over 600 individual posts that you can use at various platforms. So I hope you're excited. We're really excited. And if you find this really helpful, let us know and we'll keep making more. First thing we're going to do is I want to show you how to utilize this. So I'm on kaletraining.com right now, but I'm going to switch over briefly to the system that you're going to be using to modify and edit and see all of these different designs we created. And that's canva.com, canva.com. Many of you use Canva yourselves. You're already familiar with it. If you aren't, think of it as like Photoshop for people that don't know how to use Photoshop. So it's a drag and drop, simple to use system to create memes, images, fun posters, flyers, brochures. There's a million different things you can design in Canva. Best of all, it's totally free. So if you don't have an account, just go to canva.com, sign up for one. There's no need to upgrade to any of their paid services. If you want to do that, you certainly can, but it is not required for anything I'm going to show you today. So I'm already logged in to my account. So if you don't have one, go ahead and create one. I'm going to switch back over to Kale Training. So there's two ways to get to our social media templates. I'm just going to show you one way. The easiest way is if you just go to the homepage of Kale Training and scroll down, and you'll see a button that says social media templates. By the way, this is also inside of the marketing category, so you can always click there too, but I'm just going to click on social media templates. Okay, so here we are. So here's what we're looking at. We actually have 7 different categories of templates, and each category, well, 2 of the categories are basically the same, but I'm going to go through each one of them to show you exactly what they're referencing. So I just kind of have them listed in no particular order. The first one is infographics. So you may be familiar with that term. It's basically sort of a visual image that has all sorts of information that people could utilize, sort of designed in a way that's very easy to read. So they call them infographics because it's information in a graphic form. So here's an example of one. Now this is called Evergreen Real Estate Tips. Evergreen just means information that would always be applicable, not specific to a particular market, kind of used at any time. So we created this one in particular is just one example. And we have, I think there's like 100 of these just for infographics. So just wanted to give you an example. Now you can click to access all of the templates in the infographics category. You can either click here or actually even on the image. So we're just going to click here. It's going to pull up Canva. And now it's saying a template was created and it was sharing with you, and it's going to say, do you want to use the template? So you go ahead and click use template. And this is just an example. This isn't the only one. In fact, there's lots of different ones, as you can see. So we're going to click use template. Now it's going to open up Canva. Okay, so this is Canva now. And what you'll see is if you scroll down, each one of these pages is its own image or post. So you can see we just have, I think there's over 100 here. So lots and lots of content. So all you would need to do, let's just say you wanted to send this one in particular, sell your first home like you've done this before, right? And you wanted to put this content on Instagram or Facebook. It's actually quite easy. Now, by the way, let's say you see a typo or you don't think one of these is particularly the way you would speak, or maybe maybe you disagree with it, or you just don't think it's that helpful. You can delete it. So if I don't like that one, work through the financials, hit the delete button and it's gone. And then you could move things up, and you could, move this one up to here and, move the rest of them up and then get rid of the last one. So I'm just going to undo those, and you can undo these, so it's really easy. Or if you wanted to, say change this word to work through the I don't know, let's just call it money, which is not what you would want to do. But if you wanted to, you could just retype it there. So pretty simple. So this is a really easy to use system. You just point, you edit, and then when you're ready to, maybe you put your name at the bottom, courtesy of DJ at Kale, or whatever you want to put. The easiest way to do this is when you're ready to actually, publish this on one of your social platforms, you're just going to click on the download. So the only thing you have to make note of is which page it is. So this is the 7th one. It's page 7. So we click the download. Now here's my suggestion. It's going to ask you for file type. I suggest using the PNG file, not the JPEG, although either one is really fine. PNG is just going to give you a higher quality image, but they're both quite good. So it doesn't really matter, PNG or JPEG. And don't select PDF or any of these others if you have access to them. And then you don't have to worry about transparent background or compress. And then you want to select the particular page. And you probably don't want to download all 100, although you could. But you could just find the one that you like. So page 7 is the one we like. Then we click done. Then we click download. And a few seconds later, it is downloading. So, and then you have this image right here. And then you could just upload this to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, anywhere you want to promote it, right? So pretty simple there. So now let's look at another one of the templates. Okay, so that was infographics. If I scroll down, we have even more infographics. Like we made another 100 of them. So here, I won't click on here because you guys saw what it looks like, but you basically just click here to get the next 100 templates, or 100 templates. And then now here's something that's a little different. Instagram stories. So this also could apply to Facebook stories. So if you are somebody who enjoys looking through stories on Instagram, Facebook, and other platforms, you probably noticed that those posts look a little different. Well, we created a bunch of different templates for you that are in that exact format. So let's take a look at those because those are kind of interesting. I'm going to go ahead and click here. It's going to ask me, hey, we got this new template. You want to share it? Yep. You're going to use the template. And now you're going to see a little bit of a different design, a little bit more modern than the last couple, and pretty clean and simple and almost minimal in a way. So you can go through here and you can find any of these templates that appeal to you, right? So this one would be a pretty easy one to modify, right? You could take our logo from down here, you could drag it up here, you could click on this one, get rid of it. If you have your own team logo, you could put that up there, and you just put your name. Pretty simple stuff here, right? So, and if you want to swap out the photos, for example, you just click on the photo, you hit delete, and then you upload a photo here in the photo section, and you then would just be able to drag in one right there. Now that's probably not the one you would use for that, but you get the idea. So those are ones we've uploaded. So you can upload your own, and pretty simple. So, for this one, you probably want to do a little bit more customization. For example, here's one for a buyer questionnaire. Obviously, this is not a real agent. This is just some standard information we put in here. So you'd want to just, swap out this information with yours, which of course takes all of about 30 seconds. And then you can download it just like I showed before. And that'll be in the right format for Instagram and Facebook stories. So you'll see I think there's 50 of these. But just tons and tons and tons. So hopefully these would be helpful for you. Okay, let's go back. Now, the next one, real estate tips. Okay, so we'll go ahead and access that template. Okay, let's use this one. And we have all sorts of tips. Now, some of these are kind of neat because you can put your information in. You can put your information on any of these posts, but some of them already have it there. So you can just really quickly swap it out with your own. So you guys get the idea here with the buyer tips. I think there's 100 of these. So really, really cool stuff. Then let's go to the next one. Just listed, just sold. So we know these are popular for agents. And let's take a look at those templates real quick. Okay. So now for these, you are going to want to swap out the photos because obviously These are probably not the pictures of your house, unless that is an incredible coincidence. So go ahead and swap these out, for the ones. And again, all you have to do is upload your photos and then literally just drag and drop them in just like that. So easy. Now, obviously, those are not interior photos, but you get the idea. Super, super easy. And here's like a testimonial one. Here's, you could post, a cool photo of, the property when it sells, put your information in here. So gosh, there's so many different options here, and they all look a little bit different. Okay, let's look at the next template. So those are just listed, just sold. And questions. So you'll probably notice that on social media platforms, one of the ways in which users and groups and pages try to get additional engagement is by asking questions. They want their followers, their audience to respond. So they ask questions. So we created a whole bunch of real estate questions for you. So we're going to access the real estate questions template. And I think we have a handful of, there might even be 100. I forgot how many we did for these. So lots of them. So you can see there's all sorts of questions here. You can modify them to make you look. And again, this is just a font. So if you didn't want to type in home interior inspiration, you could change it to anything else, right? You could change all of these to, instead of maybe 5-star review, you could do perfect review, put your perfect view, and then maybe get rid of the stars or something. So you get the idea. These are so easy. We've already done like all the hard work for you pretty much. And now you would just, now this is an interesting one. So this one is if you have the ability to put in polls, right? So some accounts can do that, some can't. So if you can do that, you probably know. If not, just Google it, how to get Instagram, polls going. So we have a lot of polls, just a lot of different options. So really, really cool stuff here, guys. So there's that. And then we'll just take a look at the last one, which is quotes. So this is another thing that's very popular in social media, as you guys know. And we tried to come up with some really good quotes. Not all of them are specific to real estate, but kind of real estate adjacent. Some of them actually are real estate quotes. So, it's kind of up to you. You can basically just, find the ones you like, download them, modify them if you want, and download and then submit to your different social media accounts. So that's pretty much it. And we'll continue to update this page with more categories as agents are asking. So hopefully this has been helpful for you. Again, really easy. Just create a Canva account, the free version. And if you, by the way, what we really can't help you with is actually editing in Canva. So we encourage you, if you've not used Canva before, if you're having trouble with it, Canva themselves has a great support team. Also, if you can just go to YouTube and look up some Canva tutorial videos, although odds are you won't even need them because you just point and click everything. But if you really want some more information about how to use Canva, just go to YouTube. There's thousands upon thousands of instructional videos there. And awesome. We hope this is helpful for you. And thanks for being a Kale Broker.